there, welcome back to my channel. My name's Melissa and I'm the maker behind Embeemakes here on YouTube, on Ravelry and on Instagram. I'm here with the most fun video of the year, which is my Everything I Knit in 2024 video. It's now the 3rd of January 2025. And as it's nice and sunny outside, I gathered all my knits from last year that I finished, and I will be showing all of them to you today. I have mostly garments, but also a few accessories and 2 pairs of socks that I have as a full pair. If you've seen my winter knitting plans video, or if you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I have a lot of single socks left from last year that I'm planning to have a finished pair of this year. But yeah, mostly garments for 2024. And yeah, the first one that I'm wearing here is my one and only summer knit. This is a test knit that I did for the Creabea during the summer, or like early summer, June, July. And I've knit this using Veritas bamboo yarn. And yeah, it's really nice and drapey. This is the Lunan tee by the Creabea, so I test knit this for her. And yeah, I've really loved wearing it over the summer. I think it will be a great piece for spring as well. And yeah, the pattern comes in both fingering and DK weight, and with a round neck and a V-neck with a collar. But yeah, I knit the round neck version in DK weight. The yarn I used is maybe more of like a light DK, but it actually works really well in this rib texture. And yeah, I think if I were to knit this again, I would knit slightly longer sleeves. And yeah, maybe do the polo version then. But yeah, I liked working with this yarn. I love this color. And yeah, I think it looks great with jeans or with other more summery pants. So yeah, that's all I have to say about my first project from 2024. I'm not going in any particular order, just grabbing from my pile over here, and at the end I will show the accessories. This next one is more of a special occasion knit, and it's one that has been on my needles since 2023 or 2022 maybe even. I bought yarn for my birthday at my local yarn shop. It's the recommended Lang Yarns lace. The pattern is the Soufflé by Penrose, and it's a lovely blouse with a beautiful frill and a bit of more see-through fabric here at the top. This is done with only 1 strand of yarn, and the rest of the project is done with 2 strands held together. And yeah, it's a really lovely blouse. It's nice for a dinner party or more like special occasions. I've worn it a few times last year and hope to wear it a lot more this year and coming years. Yeah, it is short sleeve, but it's pretty warm with the mohair. Mohair is soft to me. It's not very itchy. I feel it here on my skin, but it's not really a problem. It has a nice I-cord edge here and a little keyhole at the back. And yeah, and folded edges, which is the first time I did a folded edge. And yeah, I really like the look. It looks really neat, and yeah, I think I might knit more projects with this finish. And again, looks good with jeans. I'm just wearing my jeans for all of them. So yeah, the Soufflé by Penrose. The next one I have here is one of my recent finished sweaters. And yeah, it's again a pattern by the Creabea. This is the stick season sweater and I've knitted using Drops Daisy. It has a nice textured yoke and a stockinette on the body and sleeves, a 2x2 rib for the neck and the other cuffs and a bottom hem. And yeah, I really love it in this mossy green. I think it looks good on me. And yeah, it's a really soft yarn. I'm just wearing a little top underneath all of my sweaters here to try them on. But yeah, I could just wear it like this because it's just, yeah, nice and soft and really warm still. The only negative about this is, yeah, that this yarn pills quite a lot. I don't know if you can see very well, but I've had to depill this already a few times. It's of course not the most expensive yarn. Yeah, you can get a ball for a few euros. And I've used exactly 10 balls of yarn for this sweater. For my size, I've knit the 5th size, I believe. But everything will be on my Ravelry if you want to check it out. And yeah, yeah, the size is just perfect for me. It has a nice detail here on the underarm, which I like. And yeah, I would definitely knit this pattern again, probably then the stickless version, so the version without the texture at the top here, to get a different garment, but still from the same pattern. I would knit the same size and do the sleeves the same. For my length, they are perfect. I adjusted them, I think. But again, everything will either be in a previous podcast or on my Ravelry. And yeah, I like wearing this a lot. The next one is another cozy sweater from the fall. And yeah, I think this really is my favorite of the year. This is my Stripe Hype sweater by Kutovakika. I started it in August, end of August, and finished it in October. And yeah, I really love this. The contrast colors are all hand-dyed yarns by Olivia and Oliver fibers. I use the fingering weight sock yarn, held double for those. And then the main color is Santa's Garn Double Sunday in this like beigey color. I think it's either almond or marzipan, something like that. And yeah, I really love all my contrast colors and the way I arrange them. I also love this really cute detail on the sleeves and the neckline with the contrasts. This is all in a twisted rib, so it was, or a half twisted rib, so it wasn't the most pleasant thing to knit for my hands. The sweater itself was fine, but yeah, the ribbings were a little bit more tricky with the half twisted rib. That's also why I didn't knit the bottom ribbing that long. But length works fine for me. And yeah, this is really a lovely piece, and if you haven't knit one yet, I really recommend it. It doesn't have any difficult techniques or anything like short rows, so this is also a good pattern for beginners, and the stripes make it really addictive to go to the next stripe and next stripe. Yeah, a really lovely knit. Again, this one pills quite a lot. I've already worn it a lot, but this also pills a lot. It's only the double Sunday. The sock yarn doesn't really pill, but yeah, you can see all these specks of the double Sunday yarn. But yeah, I just use my depiler on it regularly and then it's fine. Maybe at some point it will stop pilling or pill a bit less. But yeah, absolutely love this garment. Next up is my cozy winter sweater. This is the port sweater by Ozetta, and I've knit this in Delirium Natura Gilead, which is another lovely yarn that I want to work with this year, and I will because I have a project planned that I want to cast on soon. But yeah, this is a gorgeous purple color. The neck is just nice and high, so it keeps me warm. There's a lovely detail at the shoulders. This is again a drop shoulder pattern, which I think I've knit most of this year. Yeah, and I really like wearing drop shoulders and also enjoy knitting them. So there will be more in the future. I adjusted the pattern for me here and did a split hem on this. I casted it on in December 2023 and finished it somewhere in March this year. So last winter I didn't wear it that much. But yeah, I've worn it already a few times this winter. Now the really colder days are coming. And yeah, I think I will get a lot of wear out of this. It's also very cozy to just throw on when I work from home. Sleeves are nice and long and drapey. They are a bit wide, maybe. Yeah, it's not as practical to wear under a coat. But yeah, it's nice and warm when I wear a long sleeve shirt under this. I can just go outside for a walk, wear a scarf, a hat and some mittens, and it'll still keep me very warm. So yeah, definitely if you're looking for a nice yarn to maybe also knit a sweater, the Rerum Natura Gilead I can definitely recommend. They have lots of lovely colors. So yeah, my cozy winter sweater. Also, I really haven't noticed any or barely any pilling on this. So yeah, it's really a nice quality. And this is also the first sweater that I knit on my metal needles, I think. I have purchased the Knit Pro Mindful metal needle set, the interchangeable needles, and I also have now later in the year purchased a circular needle mini set of the metal needles. But yeah, it's really nice to work with this yarn, to wear this yarn, and also love this pattern by Ozetta. I think in the future I will knit more of her patterns. The next one is something I started in August of 2023, but only finished at the beginning of February in 2024. And it's my Lyon sweater by Petiteknit. I've knit this using Holstgarn Super Soft held double. The main color I think is Nougat and the contrast color is Coral. It's a more rustic sweater. I'm again wearing it over a thin top, and yeah, I can definitely feel the yarn. It's not necessarily itchy. It's called super soft, but I don't find it super soft. I did hear and read that it gets softer with wear and with washing. I honestly haven't worn this a lot. I finished it beginning of February. I've worn it a few times, but actually this fall I haven't worn it yet. And maybe this winter just once. So yeah, I should actually just wear this more. I'm not sure why I don't. Maybe it's because it's a bit on the more cropped side than I would like. I think I could have easily added 2 more stripes. I had enough yarn, so maybe that's something I will change in the future. Just add 2 more contrast stripes, alternated with the main color stripes to make it a bit longer. I probably wouldn't undo all the ribbing, but just maybe try and cut it just above the ribbing and then reattach it once I've lengthened it a bit. That's a new technique that I haven't tried yet, and maybe that's something I would like to do. But yeah, the sweater itself, the Lyon sweater, I really love the shape. It fits really nicely around my shoulder. It's also the first time I did 2 rows of double knitting to fold the collar. and then yeah, knit some more ribbing and sew it down. But yeah, it lays really nicely, and I don't need to put in an elastic or anything. Yeah, I keep pulling it down, so I think the length is bothering me a little bit of the body. Sleeves are fine. Really love this neat tubular bind off, where I also did the double knitting for the first time, because previously I've just done a regular sewn bind off without setup rows, but for this one I did, and yeah, I really like how it looks. Yeah, I'm getting pretty warm because yeah, it's really a nice dense and warm sweater, so perfect for winter. But I think yeah, it could use a little bit more length, so that might be something I do this year. But yeah, construction wise I enjoyed knitting it. It's a great pattern, it comes in a lot of different sizes. Yeah, Petiteknit patterns are really great to follow. I know she is very popular, but yeah, her patterns are just well written and the pieces look nice. And the last garment I finished in 2024 is the Lento by Lyon Publishing. This is a really popular pattern. A lot of people have knitted because it's knit on quite a big gauge, but using a strand of fingering and a strand of mohair, or in my case alpaca yarn, brushed alpaca. I've used merino yarn by Woolly Knit from a cone that I had, with a strand of hand-dyed Surrey by the Mindful Creators. I had 3 skeins of the Surrey, but I only used 2 in this sweater, yes. And it actually turned out a bit small. I hit gauge, maybe I just should have knit a larger size. I should have definitely knit my sleeves longer. I know the pattern is for like more corner length sleeves, but yeah, with the mohair, I don't, yeah, I really, but yeah, with the Surrey, I think I would like to wear something else underneath this with longer sleeves. And again, I knit it more on the shorter side. Because I thought I was running out of yarn, but no, I had another skein. And also, yeah, it's more tight. Definitely the sleeves are more tight than I like. Yeah, maybe I just had a different kind of sweater in mind, a more oversized, like the Monday sweater by Petiteknit that I'm currently knitting is also a raglan sweater, but it's more oversized. But yeah, maybe I should just try to style this in a different way with the quarter length sleeves. Or try and block this out some more. Or I could also add a little bit more length to it. But it does look really nice, the variegation, the yarn is really lovely. And yeah, I really love the raglan here, the neckline. It's a really nice sweater, but yeah, I don't gravitate toward it all that much. So not really a fail, but also not my favorite of the year, sadly. So this was the last sweater, but I also have some accessories. I have this one, which is a neck. This is the winter neck, I think, by Novemberknits. And yeah, this is a really cozy neck to wear under your coat. And yeah, I've knit this using some Snefnook, which is a blown yarn held together with a strand of brushed alpaca by Drops. And it's this really nice light beige color. Yeah, it's really nice. It's not super soft. I sometimes get a little itchy around my neck, which isn't maybe like the best yarn combination then for something that sits so close to my neck. But yeah, when it's really cold, it is really nice and keeping me very, very warm. And it's a lovely knit. It looks like this on the back. And yeah, it was a really quick knit. I knit it in only a few days at the beginning of January last year. And yeah, it actually looks pretty nice with this sweater. So that's one accessory. Then also at the beginning of this year I knit some very cute mittens. These were a test knit for Creabea, a Belgian knitwear designer, and yeah, these have some cute bee embroidery. These are called the bumblebee mittens, and they feature a lovely 2x1 rib, I believe, and then just a simple stockinette hand, but you embroider some bees at the end. Her design had I think 2 or 3, but I just kept it to 1 and did it with contrasting colors. Yeah, really happy with these. I've worn these quite a lot already. They are knit with Novita 7 Brothers, which is a yarn I've also used to knit some like lovely warm chunky socks in. And yeah, I can definitely recommend the yarn, and it's a lovely pattern and maybe fun to knit as a gift. And then one last accessory I finished is a very simple headband. I finished this in the fall. I'll pop it on. So yeah, it keeps my ears nice and warm. It has a little twist here at the front. It's just knit in stockinette. It was just a stockinette tube that I then folded. I have a little reel on my Instagram of how I did this twist. And I used a strand of woolly knit merino again with a strand of mohair by Katja to see how these colors worked together. And I have a sweater quantity of the yarn that I will make either a sweater or a cardigan with sometime in the future. But yeah, it's a really nice headband. And then lastly I will show you some socks. These are both socks that I knit for Lydia Rabarber. I can't remember the names exactly, but I will put it on screen or link it below. I would test knit these both, so the pattern was gifted. These I did knit one at the end of 2023 and the second one I finished early 2024. So these are a nice DK weight sock with a waffle texture. And then these are a fingering weight sock with a lovely lace detail. And I used Olivia and Oliver Fibers hand-dyed yarn for this. A beautiful lace sock. And then I also test knit 2 other socks during the fall and winter this year. One is this one for Nala Knits. Again, I can't really remember the name, but I will put it somewhere. It's a lovely cabled and textured sock. I still need to knit the second one. And then this one is the most recent sock I finished, and this is the winter sock pattern by Herb Garden Knitwear. Again, I only have one now because I only needed to knit one for the test knit. But yeah, I will knit the second one soon so I can wear this pair. It's a beautiful sock. This is a fingering weight, and I used some hand-dyed yarn from Stash and then just a basic white yarn. And yeah, it looks lovely. Then I also have one self-drafted sock, which I finished one of. It's a textured sock in this beautiful green yarn. So yeah, I'm working on the second one. And then I also have 2 single socks by Stone Knits. I knit this one in the spring, which is the tiptoe through the tulip socks. And then in the summer she came out with these lovely jellyfish socks. And so I had just finished this one and I cast on this one because yeah, they were more seasonally appropriate. Yeah, you're not wearing woolly socks in summer, but yeah, the pattern was more fitting for summer with the jellyfish. So I finished this one. I'm working on the second one of this, and when that's finished I will cast on the second one of the tulip socks and hopefully have these done for spring this year. I also still have lots of unfinished projects from 2023, even some, and then from 2024. So I hope to either finish these in 2025 or maybe frog them. But yeah, I think those are all projects that I would like to have finished at some time. So yeah, I just need to push through. I only finished 1 summer knit this year, but I do have 2 more on the needles that aren't finished. And yeah, I again hope to finish by summer this year. But yeah, we'll see. Lots and lots of plans, but not enough knitting time. So that's it for my Everything I Knit in 2024 video. I hope you enjoyed it and got some inspiration. What's your favorite project that you knit in 2024? Let me know down below in the comments. And yeah, if you want to watch more of my videos in the future, I do regular podcast episodes every month. And then here and there I post a special video with knitting plans or pattern roundups. I do also want to make some more other kind of videos, maybe some more vlog style videos or other sort of pattern roundup videos, maybe specified to a designer. So yeah, if you want to see more of my videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you enjoyed it. Wishing you a happy new year and happy knitting!